Ladies and gentlemen, many of you might remember the story of Andre Hill. This is the police officer that killed him. This is Adam Coy. If you don't remember, just before Christmas, there was a non emergency phone call, and Andre Hill was outside in his garage. Okay, so the officer approached, and within 10 seconds of him approaching Andre Hill, he shot him to death. Well, a grand jury in Ohio indicted him on murder charges. And, I remember this story quite well. And I remember several people did videos on this particular story. So this is really an update. So I'm going to go ahead and play this audio from NPR. This is February 4th, 2021.
A few days before Christmas last year, a man named Adam Coy killed a man named Andre Hill in Columbus, Ohio. Coy was a police officer, and he is white. Andre Hill was a black man, and unlike Coy, he wasn't carrying a gun. This morning, Coy is behind bars after a grand jury indicted him on murder charges. Nick Evans from member station WOSU has the story.
2 counts of dereliction of duty, felonious assault, murder. Those were the charges announced Wednesday by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost. He stressed most officers are honorable public servants. At the same time, he insisted on the importance of accountability.
Only by holding a bad actor accountable can that virtue be sustained. Here's what I mean in plain English. Same rules for everybody.
Last December, Adam Coy responded to an early morning non-emergency call. Less than 10 seconds after approaching him, Coy shot and killed Andre Hill. According to his family, Hill was dropping off money with a friend for Christmas. It wasn't until after he pulled the trigger that Coy turned on his body camera. The other officer on the scene told investigators she didn't perceive a threat as Hill walked out of the garage holding his cell phone up in the air. Later, video from the scene shows officers failing to offer first aid to Hill for about 10 minutes while he lay on the ground dying. City officials moved quickly to fire Coy, citing the body camera and failure to render aid. Activists and the city council president called for Coy's arrest. Days after the shooting, Hill's daughter, Carissa, said she believed things would have played out differently if it was a black officer shooting a white man.
I feel like they would be in prison or in jail right now. And instead, I have to do all these press conferences and share my dad's life with you guys just for people to make a decision that this was inhumane and that these officers should be in jail. It's just disgusting.
The state attorney general's office handled the investigation thanks to an agreement with the city of Columbus. The agreement cites a lack of accountability in police use of force cases. Hana Abdur-Rahim helps lead a bail relief organization called the Columbus Freedom Fund. She knows the city's former prosecutor never secured an indictment after a white officer killed a black resident. That prosecutor was in office for 24 years.
This is a historical moment. It's showing that community organizing works, and it seems like the city is starting to slowly listen to us.
Abdur-Rahim says she and other organizers won't be satisfied until there's a conviction. And she's quick to note the case against Coy isn't the only one they're watching. In a separate incident last December, a white sheriff's deputy named Jason Meade shot and killed Casey Goodson Jr., a black man, as he was entering his home.
We want Jason Meade fired. He still works for Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Adam Coy has been fired and now indicted. So we want those same steps to happen in the murder of Casey Goodson Jr. as well. So we want justice all around the board.
In a statement, Adam Coy's attorney insisted his client must be judged, quote, through the lens of a reasonable officer, not with the benefit of 2020 hindsight. Ohio Attorney General Yost was blunt about his assessment of the facts in the case.
Let me be clear that I believe the evidence in this case supports the indictment, and my office will vigorously prosecute this case.
Coy will be in court later today for an initial appearance and bail hearing. His attorney says he will plead not guilty. For NPR News, I'm Nick Evans in Columbus.
We see this played out over and over again. And it just go to show you, it doesn't matter if there's a pandemic going on. You know, I've even heard some people say that it's a pandemic going on and look at this. Well, these folks don't. When do they care about anything going on? You know, they do these things and this is historic. And this is why I keep saying they have no business patrolling us, because their history has always been to harm and kill us. And when you have a history like that, you can't competently patrol another group of people, and that's what your history is. You know, and this whole thing will never be resolved until these folks just simply stop patrolling us. They are not the ones that should be doing this. But, you know, I'm glad they indicted this dude and he's behind bars, but it's one of many. This needs to be done repeatedly over and over in more circumstances just besides this one. You know, this is one out of how many? It's ridiculous. The whole system must go. It must go. It's not a good system. It's a poorly ran system. It's a system that, you know, the law works in one instance, and when they don't feel like applying the law, they don't apply the law. What kind of garbage is that? There's so much inconsistencies in the laws here. It's not even funny. It's not the law, it's the people that apply the law. That's where your inconsistencies are. And I already know not to expect anything decent from people like Adam here. It's just the way it is. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this update on the killing of Andre Hill. So, look like Adam Coy here is behind bars, and a grand jury indicted him on murder charges. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.